your presentation. If there are any questions, we'll take it up at the end. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I sincerely thank our Honorable Director, Professor Ganesh Kandabira, for providing me an opportunity to talk on binary accreditation metrics for autonomous colleges and affiliated colleges. So I will be talking on curriculum design. So
Please,
there are 8 metrics.
Dr. Rao,
Yes,
please put it on presentation mode.
Yes.
Yes, you are ready.
Okay. So the first metric is 1.1, outcome-based curriculum. Whether the institution is practicing outcome-based education by defining the course outcomes, program outcomes, and program specification outcomes. So that is an outcome-based curriculum. Say in this structure, there is a first column which indicates the metric numbers. Second column is sub-attribute. Third column is the metric. The fourth column is whether this particular metric which is for affiliated or for autonomous colleges. These are the metrics which are for both affiliated colleges and autonomous colleges, where we have marked the cross symbol. So these metrics are not applicable to the affiliated colleges. So the first metric which is applicable for both autonomous colleges and affiliated colleges, that is curriculum framework, is in alignment with program specific outcome covering POs, PSOs and COs. Second one is stakeholder participation. Affiliated colleges will not have any say in curriculum design. This particular metric, which is applicable only for the autonomous colleges, for affiliated colleges, this metric is not applicable. That is stakeholder participation of students, teachers, employers, alumni, entrepreneurs in curriculum design. So taking the feedback on curriculum for autonomous colleges. Curriculum flexibility. Academic curriculum flexibility is reflected through incorporation of components such as multiple entry, multiple exit, academic bank of credit, elective option, dual degree twinning program, education in mother tongue, creditization of EC, CC engagements, inter-institution credit transfer. This metric is only for the autonomous colleges. This is not applicable to the affiliated colleges. Then practical and industry focus. Percentage of courses. That is how many courses which are for projects, internships, fieldwork, and practical hands-on training. This metric is applicable for both colleges, that is affiliated colleges and autonomous colleges. Practical skill orientation. This is a metric which is applicable only for the autonomous colleges. Percentage of skill-oriented courses aligned with National Skill Quality Framework and Skill Focus included in curriculum design courses in last 3 years. Next, online and blended learning. Percentage of online course through Swayam and other recognized platforms. That means how many courses which are offered through Swayam and online platforms, which is applicable only for the autonomous colleges. Curriculum revision, that is the frequency of the curriculum revision. This is applicable only for the autonomous colleges. Indian knowledge system, whether you are creating an awareness among the students and faculty by conducting various programs like certificate courses, workshops, seminars on Indian knowledge system, components of IKS in core curriculum, promotion of student projects and research on IKS. Second, faculty resources, recruitment. This particular metric is applicable only for the autonomous colleges. Whether as per the statutory regulations, the recruitment policy is adopted. Pay and allowances, whether the pay and allowances is as per UGC and AICTE norms. If it is a technical institution which is as per AICTE norms, Non-technical institutions, it is as per UGC. Faculty diversity, that means how many faculty members are from various states or various countries. Faculty development, percentage of faculty attended training programs. Yes, that is faculty improvement programs conducted by AICTE, UGC, RPIT and similar bodies. Faculty retention, how many faculty members are continuously worked for 3 years in the same institution. Faculty student ratio, that is how many students are taught by how many faculty. Physical, this is infrastructure on the input based metrics. Physical infrastructure, whether the institution has all this physical infrastructure. Already our senior colleague Dr. Devendra Kaude for universities, he has spoken about all these metrics. Briefly, I will cover due to shortage of time. Learning resources, average expenditure on purchase of books, a language lab, e-books, consortium, membership subscription, and digital resources added to the library year-wise during the last 3 years. IT infrastructure, what kind of IT infrastructure which is available for the students and faculty? That is, this is also again input-based metrics. Research resources, what are the various resources available for students and faculty? That is e-journals, membership subscription, Shodh Sindhu, then discipline-specific databases, plagiarism check software, licensed statistical software, discipline-specific simulation software. Divyanjan-friendly facilities. What are the facilities the institution is having? This is again input-oriented metrics. Financial resources and management. What are the various sources which are coming as capital income? What are the sources? How the revenue is spent on the capital expenditure? Then revenue income through different sources like fees, R&D grants, salary grants, alumni contribution, consultancy, endowment, and all that. Revenue expenditure, whatever revenue income which has come from different sources, how it is spent on the revenue expenditure. Sustainability and growth, strategies for financial sustainability and growth. Corpus fund created, investment plans for increasing capital and revenue income, decentralized budgeting, whether the financial powers are delegated at different levels of administration. Financial controls and risk management, mechanism of financial controls are in place, internal audits, external or statutory audits, risk management approaches. Learning and teaching, these are the process-oriented metrics. Pedagogical approaches, what are the various teaching models or methodologies which is adopted for teaching learning process. Internships and field projects, percentage of students undertaking internships and field projects. How many students have undergone for internship and field projects out of total number of students? Assessment, the continuous evaluation system of the institution is conducted at different intervals using different methods like MCQ, portfolio, open book exam or take home exercises, case study, projects or assignments. Academic grievance redressal system is in place in the institution or not. Sharing copies of answer script, retotaling, re-evaluation, faculty consultation on student performance, attendance, any others. Again, this is process learning and teaching, process-based metrics, catering to diversity, that is inclusive remedial teaching, peer-assisted remedial teaching, multi-sensory remedial teaching, skill-based teaching, individualized teacher interventions, language barrier remedial, any other please specify. Learning management system, what are the various learning management softwares or technologies which is adopted for learning management? The institution learning management system includes sharing teaching material, that is providing an access of the teaching material to all the students. Submission of assignments, that is submitting the student assignments through online, mobile learning, e-discussion platforms, assessment outcome, blended learning support, asynchronous learning. Industry academia linkage. Nature of industry academia collaboration includes lectures from industry expert, that is inviting industry experts and providing lectures to the students and faculty. Sorry, field visit, collaborative workshops with industry and stakeholders, internships, industrial visits, organizing seminars and conferences. Again, this is process-oriented metrics, extended curricular engagements. So these are the very important metrics, which is for the overall student development. Technical domain-related club activities and technical festivals, providing a platform to the students to organize and attend different programs through these clubs. Number of technical or domain clubs with number of students, activities, club-wise, number of institutions participated in the technical festivals, involvement of industry bodies, establishment of chapters, like chapters of professional bodies like ISTE, IEEE, all that. Hackathons and ideation workshops, number of workshops or hackathons participated by students and organized by the institution. Cultural clubs and activities and festivals, number of cultural clubs with number of students, activities club-wise, number of institutions participated in the cultural festivals. Mental health club and activities. So this is very important metric. Now students need a lot of counseling to manage their mental health. That is, number of activities or clubs involved in promoting mental health, yoga, counseling, meditation, etc. Sports club teams and activities. Number of students participated in the sport events organized by other institutions at the state and national levels. Community related activities including Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, the social awareness and impact created by the institution and communities can be illustrated through improved sex ratio, improved gross enrollment ratio, clean village recognitions, disease-free village, eco-friendly communities, all that. This is again process-oriented metrics. Governance and administration. To provide a transparent, accountable and responsible administration in the institution, governance and administration plays an important role. So institutional development plan, whether institutional development plan is in place in the institution. E-governance, whether the institution is practicing e-governance by initiating Digital India initiatives of Government of India and other e-governance initiatives through Digital India policy guidelines, NAD and ABC implementation, administration including compliant management and paperless office, finance and accounts through digital systems, student administration and support through e-governance platform, digital services in augmenting examination section, use of Samarth e-governance platform, any other. Governance and administration, student and employee welfare. Whether the student and employee welfare schemes are implemented in the institution, effective employee welfare provisions for teaching, non-teaching staff and other beneficiaries, which includes subsidized interest or interest-free loans or consideration or concession to employee dependents in admission, health and life insurance schemes, whether the group, that is common group health insurance schemes are available, support through in-campus infrastructure facilities like in-house, creche, school and other things, policy on various levels and academic concessions, safety audit and resultant maintenance for continuous quality living and ambience. So wherever in whichever metrics that cross symbol is not there, which is applicable for both autonomous colleges and affiliated colleges. Grievance handling mechanism. whether the grievance handling mechanism is in place and all the cells are available in the institution and which are functional, like women anti-sexual harassment cell, anti-ragging cell, counseling center, grievance redressal cell, ombudsman, then specify if any other cell. Quality governance and administration, again process oriented metrics, quality assurance system to provide the best academic quality. So quality assurance system is in place in the institution, well presented as per the guidelines of NAAC. It intertwine its activities with several bodies and committees of the other institution, evidencing through record keeping of data, all this. Effective leadership. Effective leadership is reflected in various institutional practices through adequate representation of stakeholders in decision making. Whenever there is an important decision making at the institutional level, whether the representation from all kinds of stakeholders are available, delegation of powers, how powers are delegated at different levels, establishing effective communication, effective feedback system, layered approval. So whenever there is any requirement, whether the approval process is at different layers,
Dr.
provision
Manjunath,
of escalation level on important organizational aspects.
Dr. Manjunath Rao.
Yes, sir.
So now these are generally explained by Dr. Kaude.
Yes.
Now
Sir.
you can focus on the metrics which are university metrics which are not relevant, which are relevant to affiliated colleges and autonomous colleges. Just before you start, for the consideration of all of you, we are now looking at approximately about 68 metrics for university. This will come down to 62 to 63 for autonomous colleges and 53 to affiliated colleges.
Correct.
So the metrics which are now in the presentation, whichever is cross-marked, are not there for affiliated college. Other metrics are there for autonomous colleges.
Correct.
You only focus now, for a want of time, you can focus on those metrics which are not there for affiliated colleges and autonomous colleges.
Okay, sir.
Because it's already explained anyway.
Yeah, yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So outcome-based metrics, placement and employability, already it is discussed. Academic progression, self-employment, entrepreneur, awards, prize and recognition, then enrollment ratio. Student outcomes, percentage of students completed the program in stipulated time against the enrollment. Student survey. This is one of the important features at NAAC. We have the survey metric. Outcome, research and innovation outcomes. So for the universities, there are many research oriented metrics for. See, these are the two metrics, that is 9.3 and 9.4, which is not applicable for the affiliated colleges. That is institutional average H index, that is institutional research quality metric is not applicable for the affiliated college. IPRs produced is also not applicable for the affiliated colleges. Sustainability, green initiatives. So these are the very, very important metrics. So through this metrics, we can inculcate among the students and faculty about the community activities, wastewater management, progressing towards net zero, all that. So these are the green audits and initiatives, environment quality of the institution and its surrounding, energy audit, carbon sequestration, measure of air pollution, water budgeting, maintaining clean and green campus, out of campus initiatives, all that. So all these metrics are covered by Dr. Kaude sir. Only the metrics which are applicable for only for the affiliated colleges, I have marked it as wherever cross symbol is marked, which are applicable only for the autonomous colleges, all other metrics for the both affiliated and autonomous colleges. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Due to shortage of time, so I could quickly run all the metrics. Thank you, sir. Over to the
You can remove the, you can unshare, you can stop sharing.
Yeah, I'll do that, sir.
So Suchata madam is there? Oh, she's not there. I think we will handle it, JP.
Yes, sir.
Kaude is there. Dr. Kaude is there, right?
So now it is a session open for the college representatives to raise their queries and give the feedback.
Look at any special manual for physiotherapy college and Dr. Abhay Kulkarni. We have already explained, sir, that specific aspect or discipline specific or specialization specific attributes or metrics, sorry, not attributes, metrics will be available for you to choose. There is one Dr. Amit. Habib, you can just unmute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Somebody from the management institution is talking about copyright is not applicable. So we will take care of it for management institute. We'll focus on more on case studies, consultancy, and those.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Amit, you can unmute and speak.
Dr. Amit Patkar, you please unmute, sir. Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir. Hello, am I audible?
Amit ji boliye.
Sir, we have submitted IAQA on 6th of March 2024 for re-accreditation. So my question is, will our re-accreditation process will be based on new reforms of binary accreditation?
So I think you missed the explanation we gave earlier that you will have a choice. You can continue with your current process
Okay.
and get yourself accredited on the current format, which is on a graded accreditation.
Okay, sir.
Or you can write to NAAC that you would like to opt for the binary accreditation and guide us further. So that will be considered and appropriate advice will be given.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Dr. Sub, he wants to ask a question. He has put in the chat also.
Since beginning that the hand is raised, but
Yeah. He wants to ask a question. Please unmute him.
Prasad Gunwantara, sir.
on Dr. Shub, I think he by mistake he might have raised hand.
No, but there is a look at the chat box.
Achha. Okay. He's not
Okay,
unmuting
no problem. Anushree Locker, right? Please unmute Anushree.
Yeah. Anushri Lokar.
Yes. Yeah, sir, our validity is till October 2024. So we want to know whether we need to go in new system or we can still go in the old system.
Madam, now that you have
Because,
validity, madam, you have validity until October 2024, right? You don't need to
Right.
worry until October 2024. By then, we will make a decision whether you need to go for binary or we will extend your validity and you will go into the levels directly. What is your current level of accreditation?
We are in fourth cycle. We
Fourth
will be
cycle?
going in for fifth cycle of accreditation.
Okay, what is your grade, madam, now?
A plus.
Okay, you please hold on until the binary is launched and necessary instructions are given.
But sir, now our IIQA will be open on 30th April, so we need to take a call.
No, it will be open from April to October, right?
Yes.
You can decide somewhere in May, June. You can decide.
Okay.
They fall in that golden window. They are in the golden window. Where they
Golden
can
window,
choose.
right? So
They can choose.
we can choose. Okay. Thank you so much.
Anybody in the queue now?
Yes,
Please
sir.
check the queue and
Dr.
Dr.
Sunil
Krishna.
Jha.
Yeah.
Dr. Sunil Jha, you may ask your question, sir, please. Please unmute and ask your question, sir.
There is one Dr. Kriti Darwadkar.
Kirti.
Kirti, yeah. she wants to ask a question.
Kirti madam, if you can raise the hand and our colleague will unmute you.
Dr. Kirti Dharwadkar, you please ask your question.
Then there is one Dr. Usha Nair raising hand.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Dr. Kirti, Director of SB Patil Institute of Management. I have two questions. The presentation was very nice. Only thing is that there are, being a professional institute, there are certain points which are entangled because the sports and cultural activities are normally seen that the NAAC is taking only in consideration dance and other things. But sometimes management institution have other activities also, which are never been acknowledged in the process. Last time also we faced the same issue. So is it possible for add the games, quizzes and everything also as a part of the assessment if the institute is conducting? Another question is that our timeline for the studies, exams only for 2 years. So many times we are missing the national and international or state level events. So if the students are participating inter-college within the region, is this included this time in the evaluation pattern?
Okay, madam, I would like to answer both the questions. First question is, we are not sports and those are separate metric now. Okay, we are asking technical. It's not necessarily meaning technical. Technical means the domain specific. If it's engineering college specific technical competition. If it's a management related, your own management related, activities within the institution and inter-institution happens, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We will make a provision, explicitly design a term for that and we include. That's point number one.
Okay.
Point number two is about, today, when you say state level, when you talk about regional level, obviously state level, we are giving certain weightage. And we can even define a regional level activities also, state, regional and national, which will help institutions also.
Okay. So one point you have just mentioned before also that if the institution is already NBA accredited, then do that institution again has to appear for the NAAC accreditation also? You somewhere said that we will be
No. That was I told as an individual, not as director of NAAC.
Okay.
Okay. So the
Okay.
decision has to be made on that.
Okay. No
But
issues.
I would like to supplement what Director said. Two things. First is about this NBA and NAAC. We would say that you can go for both. Both have their own advantages. If you are doing MBA, you get benefit. You can pass on the benefit to the students because they are part of the Washington Accord. And if you come to NAAC, you get so many other benefits that Government of India and various international organizations are giving because you are NAAC accredited. So I think
There is one small correction, JP. The Washington Accord is only for the undergraduate engineering. It is not for management. It's not for architecture.
Correct.
But then, eventually, we want to promote program accreditation also. Okay. So it is good to have both program accreditation as well as institutional accreditation.
Yeah,
both will have its own benefits.
Fortunately, we are both accredited, but just sir has mentioned that NBA accreditation and this will have the different treatment. So I asked the question. So
Okay.
we are going for both. So no issues. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Who's the next in the queue, Habib? Yeah, Dr. Abhay Kulkarni. If you want to ask a question, please open your video so that it is visible to us.
Yes, sir. I have already unmuted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. It was a really nice presentation to understand categorically. My suggestion to NAAC is number one, most of the time it is mentioned college. So the activities and programs are relevant to colleges. As my earlier colleague Dr. Kirti talked about management institute, can you add or make some arrangement to make it for management institute, because we are having standalone management institutes in Pune.
Sir, we have already in the process taken management as a separate discipline. And, Dr. Maitri, the director of IIM Nagpur, is the chairman of the committee to look at the requirements.
Okay.
So we will definitely incorporate the deviation which a management institute will have. It will definitely incorporate it. It will definitely be incorporated.
Yeah, one more point in that, because colleges exams get over by April in Pune, but in Management Institute, the exams get over by May. So, the calculation of academic calendar also differs when calculating the annual report also. So if you
That's
can,
okay. I think that we will be accommodative on that aspect.
Okay.
You
Thank
don't
you.
need to worry about it. This
Thank
is
you,
small.
thank you, sir. Thank you.
And Dr. Usha Nair,
Yes, sir.
please unmute Dr. Usha Nair. Madam, you also your side unmute and speak.
Dr. Usha Nair.
Madam, unmute yourself.
No response, sir.
You are not.
Thank you so much. Yes, yes.
Yeah, she's.
So my greetings to each one of you, sir, at NAAC. And the presentations were very, very insightful and also very good presentations. We got a clarity on new system of accreditation that is coming up, but there are some questions that I have in my mind. In the binary accreditation, what will be the level at which you will call a college accredited or non-accredited? That is the first question.
That's a good question. That's a good question. So we are looking at currently, we are gathering a lot of insights. We have gathered our own insights, and Dr. JP said we have gathered about 60 plus academics from across disciplines, and we have consulted them, and we have got this current level of structure, right? And we are now taking the consultations, and we will do a pilot one, and we will figure out what will be the right cutoff point for biometric, as for a binary accreditation.
Yes,
And also, we need to on the one hand, we need to look at more and more institutions getting accredited. On the other hand, we cannot dilute the quality requirements. So it will be a very strategic decision, and it will be taken, and it will be communicated appropriately at some point in time.
So, sir, it will be a big number of colleges that are applying for accreditation from Madhya Pradesh this year. Around 300 colleges are coming up for accreditation. And so my next question is, there are many colleges that have just got accredited recently. So do they have to go for the binary accreditation immediately, or they stay for the stipulated 5 years?
It all depends on the grades that they have. If ideally, all these institutions will want to use that grade that they've got for the extended period of time. I don't see any point, unless otherwise some colleges got a C++ grade or something like that. They don't want to erase it from their minds. Probably they can get into binary. I mean, that's how I see it. And I think, as Dr. JP earlier said, you have validity of your current grade, for next 3 years, 4 years, or whatever time period. So it is better to be in that way and to look for moving to levels.
So, so last one, will there be benchmarks? Will you be providing us with benchmarks and SOPs as you have done previously?
Yes. When we formally launch it, there will be, all the SOPs, and I think the benchmark will also be provided.
Thanks
JP will provide the benchmarks, right?
Yes, obviously. I mean, after this, there will be a pilot study, and you are invited to join in the pilot.
Pilot,
So
there
on
will
the
be
basis
a
of the pilot
form
outcomes,
will be
the benchmark.
circulated. Yeah, Google form you need to indicate, and it will be a very transparent process. I mean, you don't need to worry. We will be completely transparent, and sort of enable institutions to come forward accreditation. Okay, Vivekananda College, Kolhapur.
Yes, sir. Vivekananda College, Kolhapur. Please unmute and ask your question, sir. Vivekananda College, Kolhapur.
Sir, please unmute and speak.
No response.
Participants are requested to be attentive. As soon as the name is asked, you should immediately unmute yourself because the time is very less. It's a good opportunity. Yes, next.
Yes, sir.
Point of opportunity.
He is
Umesh
having some
Thok-
technical issue.
Umesh Thakur, you may unmute and ask your question, sir.
I see Dr. Anil Patel, Dr. Neena,
No response.
Dr. Milan.
Anil Patil, sir, you may ask your question, sir. Anil Patil, sir. Please unmute and ask your question, sir. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So, Doctor, I am Anil Patil from DTSP College, Erandol, Maharashtra, principal. Sir, I wanted to ask you in binary system whether the peer committee will be visited to the college for inspection, sir.
So now,
Yes,
in
you
the
said.
beginning of the meeting, we said there is no peer team visit under binary.
Okay.
Okay. Dr. Nilesh Kumar. Dr. Nilesh Kumar next. Dr. Avinash. Dr. Neena. There are 2-3 people. Avinash has dropped. Dr. Nilesh, Dr. Neena.
Nilesh Kumar. Dr. Nilesh Kumar, please unmute and ask your question, sir. No.
Move to Dr. Neena.
Dr. Neena, please unmute and ask your question.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Very informative session. Thank you very much. I have one question that with regards to IKS. So there will be some evaluation done for IKS as a part of as it is a part of a matrix. But IKS for us will get introduced in new education curriculum, which will be adopted in the coming year. So I just had a query, like how this evaluation of this matrix will be done. Will it be done for the current year or for past 3 years?
All right. By the time when we launch the binary and your curriculum is ready, for example, then you can include it in your curriculum design.
Yeah.
JP, have I explained properly?
Yeah. And I know our intention is that it need not be exactly the way NEP has structured it. Our if you see the metric, it is very liberal provision.
Okay, so now it will not be considered for the past, 3 years that the
So
initiation.
assessment period, madam, is obviously past 3 years only, but the definition or description of the IKS what we have given in our metric is not very strictly adhering to NEP. It is liberal. If you can read that particular metric, you will understand that it is not very rigid. It is not talking whether you have implemented it.
For example, whether you have a core course or elective course, whether you do some seminars, some workshops, some some sort of a research, anything can be included. That's what he's saying. Very liberal. He's got a spectrum.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
I will read it for you if you want. It's like you have certificate course or workshops or seminars on IKS. If you are doing some projects and researches on IKS, these options are also available. So it is not that we have also written that if you have any component in a core curriculum, but there are few options that you can still have.
Shall we take next one?
Yeah. Dr. Date. I'm saying Dr. Date, Dr. Jamson Taker, Dr. Prashant, Dr. Neelkant.
I'm Dr. Abhay Kunkrani, want to ask question. Sir, good evening once again. We are already accredited with NAAC with the second cycle, and our second cycle will be completed by 13th June 2024. So we are again in the golden transition of conventional system with a new bilateral system. Now my question to you is, if the level is not decided yet, and if we go for the new one, then we should not miss the bus of getting the good level or good grade if you go for binary. That's my confusion. How can you help me?
Okay. See, our suggestion is you need to really buy we will also, so come back with some announcements as soon as possible. We are targeting May and before end of May. Okay. And your validity is there until June, right? You said June.
In June, 1-3. Yeah.
Then your IAQA submission period is already open. JP, am I correct?
Yeah, you are right. He is actually asking our personal advice. What is better? So I will give him personal advice.
Yes, I want personal advice. Dr. Patil, you recognize me. Thank you.
Yeah. Personal advice is that if you are confident of getting good grade, go for
it.
Grading.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you really don't want to go through this cumbersome process, you are happy with accredited status, you can go for that thing. So it is really up to your ambition and willingness for making that extra efforts. So I think it is applicable for
Also,
others.
I want to give a slightly different perspective, JP. That let's say after 2 years, if some colleges have moved to levels and some colleges are with grade, people will start looking at only the colleges in the levels. They may not consider the colleges with grades.
Absolutely.
Okay. So you need to really think about it. It is only one. So as Dr. JP is saying that applying for the next cycle using the current methodology is only an incremental effort for you because you have done it two. Which cycle are you in now?
They will be going for third cycle.
Third cycle. Then you have done 2 cycles already.
Yes, 2 cycles.
You know how to do this, right? For 2 cycles you have done it. You can do the third cycle and keep the validity. And by chance, NAAC says that, okay, people having grades above this, you can directly go into levels. You will be able to go at the time.
Okay.
JP, am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So Jagannath sir, we'll try to apply by 30th of May so that we'll get in 15 days approval and then we'll start submitting SSR.
That is up to you, sir.
Thank you. I got the message. Thank you.
All right. So there are some more hands. I think.
Dr. Neelkant, shall we take, sir?
Yeah, please take if he is there available.
Dr. Neelkant Nikam, please unmute and ask your question, sir, please.
Very good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Very good afternoon, sir. It's a really fantastic presentation, giving every corners from criteria 1 to 10. But my one question is that, suppose if we are going with the accreditation, which is a binary accreditation, the outcome of the accreditation will be either accredited or not accredited. But there may be another college which will have a graded accreditation like A grade or A++ grade. So in this competitive environment, I hope you are getting my point.
Sir, Dr. Neelkant, just now I talked to you about different scenarios, right? So if you, it all depends if you want to, you have an opportunity now to apply in the current methodology and you are sure of getting a good grade, you can do that. Okay. But eventually after 2 years, 3 years, the market, the stakeholders will look at only the levels, not the grades. Okay. You need to, make a decision at an appropriate time. But sooner or later, we will come out with a policy statement on this particular thing. I mean, these are all election times. There are other considerations. We don't want to make any policy decisions now and confuse the whole thing.
Okay. Thank you.
And sir, in any case, this coexistence of binary and graded will be there for a shorter window.
Obviously, yes.
Because grade maturity based accreditation will commence in December 2024. So there is a 6 months window only for this kind of confusion. Those who are you will be able to go for level based accreditation after December 24.
Dr. Tabassum Patwegar, please unmute and ask your question, madam. Dr. Tabassum Patwegar.
Oh, we have Dr. Smita Deshmukh also in this call. Madam, you want to say something and just open Dr. Smita Deshmukh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.